Greetings and welcome to another episode of Trippy Food. I'm not sure what to call this one. So today we're going to talk about pimento cheese. Now, maybe you have had pimento cheese. Maybe you have not had pimento cheese. It's kind of a big thing in the South. It didn't actually start in the South. It started in the northern states in the early 1900s. And then by just after World War II or so, became a southern thing. And so it's really popular in the South. It's mostly served in sandwiches. It was, I don't know if it still is, but it was a traditional thing to serve at the Masters Golf Tournament, to serve these pimento cheese sandwiches. Most people put them on crackers, and it's pretty simple, although if you look for recipes online, that can vary as to what goes in it. So it's mostly grated cheddar cheese, mayonnaise, and pimentos. And pimentos are a certain type of pepper. If you've ever seen those jars of pickled cherry peppers, the little round red peppers, that's exactly what they are. And so typically what they're cut up and they're put into olives. If you've ever seen the little red pepper that's in olives, they're not a spicy pepper. There's a couple of varieties of pimento that actually are spicy, but in general they're not spicy, and they have a lot more flavor than the typical bell pepper does. So basically you just kind of mix the mayonnaise and the grated cheese and the pimentos together and put it in some sort of spreadable fashion that you can put on crackers or bread. And again, sandwiches are pretty popular. When Julie and I were in Charleston, South Carolina, we stopped at Nick's Barbecue and we actually got a pimento cheese sandwich. Sometimes it has like watercress, sometimes lettuce. They put a couple of other things on there, and there's really no standard. So this can have onion in it, it can have garlic in it. Sometimes they put jalapeno in it, so it can vary. It's not really a standard thing, but the three kind of basic. Like sometimes they use cream cheese instead of mayonnaise. It can vary as to what this is. So I actually didn't want to go through the trouble of making it, and I actually bought some at the store. So I have this pimento cheese that I bought at the store. Let's open that up and have a look at it. So we're going to taste it like that. Now, the other thing we're going to do is I found these Kettle brand chips, and these are Kettle brand spicy pimento cheese, naturally flavored chips. So naturally flavored, it has to have pimentos in it, right? What does it have in it? Cayenne pepper powder, pimento powder. Okay, it does. White vinegar powder, garlic powder, citric acid, because there's citric acid in everything. Onion powder, natural flavor, cheddar cheese, obviously. So we're going to try these two and see how they compare. So first we're just going to taste this as is. Really cheesy, really thick. Yeah, really strong cheddar cheese flavor. So that's pretty nice. So now we know what that tastes like. I'm going to try the chips. Kind of an odd smell. I'm going to smell the vinegar. They look like chips. Let's try them. Oh, the flavors are there. It's saltier though. That's pretty good though. Those are the cheese flavor. Those are the pepper flavor. The potato flavor is kind of what makes that weird. And then the salt, the extra salt on there. It's a lot different than that. I think because of the saltiness, I'm going to give it a thumbs up, but trending downward. I mean, it's pretty good. You do get the cheddar flavor, you do get the pimento flavor there. So they are pretty good. But like I said, maybe a little bit too salty. And the fact that it's a potato kind of throws it off a little bit. Let's do this. You knew I was going to leave well enough alone, right? It's nice with the pimento cheese on it because it kind of tones down the salt a little bit. And then the potato just becomes a palate. So it's pretty good on there. Now, Let's do the traditional and make a sandwich. Again, there's no set rules about this. Use any kind of bread you want. You want to put a slice of tomato on there, put a slice of tomato on there. You want to put lettuce on there, put lettuce on there. You can see the little pimento in there. And this has a little bit of kick to it, so I think this does have some jalapeno in it. And again, there's no set rules when it comes to pimento cheese. It's sort of like poutine, right? A lot of people, they'll take French fries and they'll cover it with some sort of gravy or some sort of reduction and some sort of meat. That doesn't make it poutine. Poutine has to have three basic things, and that's basically your French fries, your brown sauce, which is usually a chicken-based sauce and usually from a mix, and your cheddar cheese curds. Has to be cheddar cheese curds, not just melt. You can't just melt cheese on it. That doesn't make it poutine. So this is kind of the same thing. You have to have the cheddar cheese. You have to have the pimento. They're flexible as to whether you have the cream cheese or mayo. Typically, it's going to have the mayo. Mayo's going to give it more of a, moist, spreadable texture. Because you can see in here that there's pieces of grated cheese in there that are still, somewhat still intact. I'm not going to put anything else on this, so I'm not going to put, lettuce or watercress or, anything else on it. We're just going to make the sandwich as is. That's a lot of cheese. Now, I am going to do the unthinkable because I'm me and because you wouldn't expect any less. Here's our sandwich. Am I going to leave well enough alone? I am not. I'm going to grill this. I'm going to make a grilled pimento cheese sandwich. Now, I know what the pimento cheese tastes like. I know what the bread tastes like. Let's do this. Call me crazy. We're going to add some texture. And you're probably telling me, Val, you can't put chips in a sandwich. You've never had a chip buddy? You've never put potato chips in a tuna fish sandwich? Well, then you've never lived, my friend. There we go. A little butter on the grill. Put a little bit of weight on top of that. Be with you in a couple minutes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I give you grilled pimento cheese sandwich with Kettle brand Tailgate Edition pimento spicy cheese chips inside. So let's give this a shot. It's like the best of both worlds. So the potato flavor that was kind of weird when you just had the chips by themselves, it adds kind of another dimension to the sandwich. You get that full pimento cheese flavor, and the chips give it that texture, and the fact that it's grilled, the cheese is warm, The bread is nice and toasty. That's really good. Always a big thumbs up. I would say the pimento cheese, just by itself, thumbs up. The chips, thumbs up, trending downward slightly because of the saltiness and the fact that the chips are kind of like the potato is like the main flavor. The sandwich, grilled with the potato chips in it, big thumbs up. Delicious, absolutely delicious. Now, where can you get the pimento cheese? Well, you can make it yourself. There's plenty of recipes online, and you can vary it. I mean, you'll see some of them will, have some ingredients that some won't. Just kind of make it up yourself. The chips, I would see if you can find those and get them if you see them, because this is a fall flavor, fall 2024 flavor, and a time's a wasting. So try to get those if you can. But overall, this is really, really good. I'm glad I gave this a try. I might go out and get another bag of these chips since I have more pimento cheese, make some more sandwiches. But when I get out there, I'm going to be careful because it's crazy out there. But when you get out there, please be careful. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for checking out Trippy Food. If you enjoyed watching that video half as much as I did making it, well then I enjoyed it twice as much as you did. And if that's the case, you'll probably like this video right here. And if not, check out this video right here. That one's a little bit different. Either way, leave a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe by clicking on the Trippy Food icon right here. Glad you could make it, and we hope to see you again soon.